Hi, I'm Stephanie Arnold, and I am a leader on the Back-to-Back Fitness Tribe. And I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse into me and my journey as a coach, where I've come from and where I'm at now, just to kind of give you a different perspective to show you what this business can do, and just to show you how different it can be for all of us. So for me, I've been a server and a bartender for most of my life, which is a really, if you've been in the service industry a lot or at all, you'll know immediately that it can be a really negative and cutthroat environment. It breeds negativity and bad self-care habits because your sleeping is on crazy schedules. Because I would work in restaurants till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't go to bed till like 4. So it encourages you to like, you need to wind down, and alcohol and drugs and just a negative mindset, and you disconnect from people typically that aren't on that same schedule. So you end up spending more time with people on the same schedule, which is people in the service industry and hospitality industry, which just kind of like pulled me down. And so for me personally, it was like a constant battle trying to continue to be positive and continue to be the person that I wanted to be in this environment, because I just felt like the environment just kind of like crushed me and brought me down. And the competition and the pettiness between servers or bartenders, or you owe me this money and you shouldn't have taken that, and it just and I really felt myself getting caught up in that over and over again. And I would like, this is not who I am, it's not who I wanted to be, but I couldn't escape from it. And in all honesty, it was a job that paid the bills, and that's how I looked at it. It was this, I knew that this wasn't like the long-term goal for me, but in all honesty, I stuck around for like 15 years waiting tables and bartending. Kept telling myself that, one day I'll pursue, a career or something. One day I'll figure out what I'm supposed to do, and then I'll stop this. And it never kind of happened because I wasn't looking for it. And then I decided. My husband and I moved to another state. I had a job waiting tables again, and we got pregnant. And for me, it was like the lowest point that I had been at, because I had tried to find a job. I had tried to tell myself, okay, I'm not going to go wait tables. I don't want to be in that environment. And I tried for 3 months to find a job and couldn't. And so I gave up and went back to serving. And so I put myself back in that negative culture, but also with my new depressed state that I was in, because I didn't feel like I was worthy to get a real job, and I didn't think nobody would hire me, and I just felt my self-worth was like crap. I'd never felt that low in my life. And then I went back to waiting tables, so I felt like a failure even with that. And we found out we were pregnant, and that's supposed to be so exciting. But in my head, I was like, I was already supposed to have an at-home business going at this point, so I could stay home with her. And I had tried several different things and just kind of given up because they were not something I was passionate about. It was just another job, some product that I was trying to push, and it just didn't fit. So I wasn't really even looking yet for this change. It just kind of happened because I decided about halfway through my pregnancy that I no longer wanted to feel gross and feel embarrassed when I looked in the mirror, and feel fluffy and bloated and lazy and tired and just embarrassed of who I had become. I wasn't happy with that person anymore. And so it was just a click for me. I just sat one night watching TV, eating fast food, and said, I'm done. Like, I don't want to live this way anymore. I know that God created me for so much more. And so I wanted to pursue that, and I was ready to. So I didn't know where to start. So I started with me, which is where we as coaches that's what we teach, is to start with you. And so I started with me and started working on my own health and fitness, and within about 10 days, I felt like a completely different person. I was a new woman. I was like reborn. I had passion, I had enthusiasm, I had joy and energy, and I felt proud of myself for the first time in forever. Like, I'd never worked out for 7 days in a row, I think, in my life, and I had just done that. I was so proud of who I had become in just those 7 days, and where I had such hope on who I was going to become. And once I could see that, I knew that this is what I needed to help other women explore, and I help other women experience, to know that you're worth more than what you think, and you are capable of so much more. And so with the coaching environment, it has been such a cool, like, when I realized that that's what I wanted to do, and I could help women as a job to feel this way, I was like, I'm 100% on board. Everyone needs to feel like this. Everyone needs to experience this. And it's been such a beautiful road, but like, what I come back to is the culture. I told you how negative the culture was when I was in the hospitality industry. It is 100% the opposite with coaching, because I am surrounded by a group of women, right? A small tribe of women that are all pursuing exactly what I'm doing, right? That are pushing to be better than they were yesterday, right? I told you we're all doing this business a little bit differently. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I work my business a couple hours a day in the pockets that my 2-year-old allows me to. And my husband sacrifices a couple nights a week where he takes care of her alone, and I go to a library because this is something that I'm so passionate about, and I want to be able to help other women feel this way. But I feel so supported. There is no competition. We are all on the same team, all trying to help other women feel more confident, more healthy, more happier with their lives. And so I think that's the beauty of being a part of this and this culture, is that you're not going to compete. You're not pushing products. You are helping women find themselves again and find happiness and health and joy again. So that has just been the most rewarding thing ever. And if you're frustrated with your job, or maybe you love your job now, that's amazing. But this is something that can totally work in anyone's life situation, because this opportunity is just something that can change somebody's life. So I hope that kind of gives you a perspective onto what our culture looks like here. And I hope you'll consider joining our team, because this is the best group of badass entrepreneurs that I've ever been a part of, and it's the most supportive community ever. So I hope you'll consider joining us. I'll check you out later.